Today is a very special episode. It's the Two Bees in a Pod podcast, the OnlyFans epidemic. What kind of message does that send to young girls? There's so many things that can be said about it, and like I understand, but like that Josh Giddy stuff is insane.
That is.
Giddy is now being investigated for having a relationship with an underage female.
I've been like a 16-year-old girl once, and if an NBA player who was like maybe 18 or 19, wanted to date me or whatever, I'd be like, okay.
And welcome back to the TheOtownTalk. Today is a very special episode. It's the Two Bees in a Pod podcast. Today, you just got me, 3, and I got my girl, Bailey. And we have an amazing episode for you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And we're just going to jump into it. Man.
Something I wanted to say is people might not understand why it's two bees in a podcast. Because
go ahead and
some
explain,
people, I have heard through the grapevine, some people don't know what your name is.
Are you serious, really?
Yeah. Somebody said, two people actually have said they don't know what your name is. Really? 2 people have come to me and been like, who is that guy?
I've gotten that before. That was fun. I haven't actually heard that since high school, though. They really don't know my name?
No, I don't think you ever say it. You just say 3.
Yeah, well, we switch it up on here. I know, or at least in like the description, I know Vince usually will type either 3God or he'll type my actual name, which my actual name is Braden. Braden. For those who don't know, that's why.
Which makes this 2 bees in a pod.
Thank you. Yes. So yes, for those who don't know, that's crazy. I didn't know they didn't know my name, or people just didn't know my name. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so, one of my friends was, I don't remember what he said about you, but he was like, "Oh, that guy 3." I'm just kidding.
No, that's all right.
Of course.
I prefer you to call me 3 because people butcher my name all the time. People just call me Brandon. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's not my name, so just call me 3.
Let's go, Brandon.
Anyways, so little weekend update. We're finished with school.
Yes.
God, or at least this semester.
Honestly, another cheers to that.
Yeah, because this semester sucked. I just hate school.
All right, Braden, what finals did you pass this semester?
So it's funny you ask. I actually didn't take any tough classes this semester.
Doesn't matter.
Because right now, well, I mean, yeah.
You made it through.
Classes are classes at the end of the day. But I took an art of film class, a social problems class, and then an art or history of blues and jazz. So
that sounds honestly really awesome.
Oh yeah. So what's cool is that I got all like my major classes out the way, like math, history, all that shit. So right now I'm just getting my elective credits and all that. So I was like, let me just take some easy classes. And honestly, I mean, they were cool, but they were like mad easy. Like the art of film class, literally all I had to do was like watch movies. And then after like, he would have like certain questions or things. We had to take pictures of certain like, scenes in the movie, but things like that. The social problems class, I will say, it's one of for those who take online classes, y'all know. So, I had to read, stuff, but like, the questions were not the question. I mean, I will say it was a very easy class, which thankfully that's what I was looking for. But, like the questions didn't necessarily have to do with the book. So like, that was also why I didn't want to necessarily, like I should have read, but like between this, music, everything else, like, I'm like, oh,
if you don't have to read the book and it's not a good book, why would you?
And like I said,
there's so many resources online.
The questions were like if you could like end global warming, like how would you do it? And it's like I don't need a book for that. Like it was more so like, for lack of a better word, like I guess like an open mind, right. Response, like, okay, like how do you feel about the issue? So that class was cool. I had like an occasional quiz that I had to do, but it was unproctored. So you know how to do it. If you know. So yeah, and then 100%. Actually, I don't use Chat GPT for that. I just Google the shit.
Same thing.
My professors didn't hear that. And then what was the other one I said? History of blues and jazz. That was cool. That
class sounds interesting.
That class was the same though as sociology in the sense that my only homework really was to post like a jazz song like every other week. Say like, why I like it, who I heard it from. And then in the responses, it was like the same thing. Like you had to read like a few chapters. Now with this class, you kind of did have to kind of know what you read to an extent, because what he wanted you to do is like respond with like respond with like what you just read. Like, so like you just read something. So like now, like, how do you feel about it? Basically, or like what, like, did you learn to an extent? So, so I would just kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? I would just kind of review, just kind of quickly look at the chapters and then I'd answer it. But all in all, I didn't really have any exams though. My exam in art of film, I just had to write 2 paragraphs. My sociology class was just another quiz. And then I actually had to make a PowerPoint for my blues class. But I took the history of rock and roll like a few semesters ago.
Oh, that sounds cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was actually one of my favorite
Did you have
classes.
to write a report on like a famous like rock and roll band?
Yes and no. So it was kind of the same thing. Like, so for our midterm, we had to do like some sort of like PowerPoint. And then for our final, we had to like attend an actual concert or.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was sick.
Who'd you pick?
Well, so that's what I was going to say. Unfortunately, I didn't like get to actually like go to like an actual concert, but I've been to concerts before but it had to like, you had to like have pictures and all that. So like, obviously like, you know, proof that you watch it. So he said that you can watch like there's plenty of like online concerts. So he's like, that's fine. So I watched a Nirvana concert on HBO. Fire.
Oh my gosh. I bet.
It was amazing. So, but that's all I had to do. And then pretty much just celebrated by having a few drinks, amongst other things, you know. And then just kind of kicked it. I'm just kind of relaxing right now. That's why we're having the mimosas.
You know, speaking of concerts, did you know that the Eagles are coming to Orlando at the Amway Center for their final tour?
No, I did not know.
Well, I mean, they're on their final tour, and then they're coming to the Amway Center as a part of it on my birthday. I will say that.
Really?
On my birthday, and Steely Dan is opening up.
No fucking way. Is he really? Dude, that's sick. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really want to go.
You should go.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm going to make a point to do that because it's on my birthday. I mean, how could you not?
I mean, if I get invited to it, I'll go. Or if Vince gets an invitation.
That'd
be dope. That sounds cool. That's honestly, you got to go see them. I mean, they're a classic band.
Absolutely. I love the Eagles.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But how was school for you? I know you take a lot tougher classes, and especially your major's a lot tougher than what I'm majoring in.
It's all relative too. You know, it's like before I started this, I felt like I don't know how I could do this. Like, I don't think I could ever, you know, we're just going to piecemeal it, take it day by day.
Right.
And the more you like get into it, like, I think to be honest, anybody could do this. Anybody could do like take these classes and learn this stuff. But it's just
I
like,
thought you meant podcast. I was like, no, only we can do that.
No, only the podcast stuff, only we can do. But the school stuff, I mean, yes, it is difficult, but it's just if you have like the motivation to do it, you know what I mean?
I mean, yeah. And it's actually something that you want to do, right? So,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, that obviously helps. I mean, like anyone else or anything else. I mean, if you're doing something you don't like or want to do, then you're obviously not going to enjoy it.
Right. So, you're not going to be good at it.
Same thing happens with school. Like, yeah, like if I'm majoring in something I don't want to major in, then obviously like I'm not going to want to take these fucking classes. But
exactly,
it's something that you're actually genuinely intrigued in and something that you actually want to, you know, pursue. So
exactly.
But so with that, so
I just took yesterday I took a dynamics final, which if you don't know what dynamics is, it's like if physics and math had a baby and then it was like the second class for that. That's what dynamics is. And then I had physics 2 and then what was the other one? Differential equations.
You definitely weren't taking no history of
I would have much rather enjoyed that.
Those are like all math classes too, right? Like
they are. Yeah, I just finished all of the math classes. And you know what? Actually, I think I'm gonna switch majors. I think I'm going to not do civil engineering. No, it's the same. It's still engineering. And this is just like the time to like switch. Like I just passed the cusp of like, now we're going into depth courses, which dynamics actually was. But I think I'm going to do computer engineering because the outlook for money is a lot. More.
Just in because I know it's not respectfully, I don't think it's not too interesting, I guess. But like, what is it? Like if you could like.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, I don't really know a whole lot about it.
Like if a 2-year-old or a 5-year-old came out and asked you what it was, like the stupidest, dumbest way you could explain it.
Designing software, working on computers.
Well, because that's what I figured. Because that's what I was gonna say is that's not a bad thing to major in because that's like the future.
Yeah, exactly. Shit, you know like, should the economy take a crash, like that's never gonna die.
Like at my job, I'm doing it's called SQL, but it's like. I refer to it just as coding because I feel like coding's
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it deals to like with that. And as I'm doing it, like it's tough shit. Like don't get me wrong, like that shit is not easy. It's not for the fucking faint of heart, but it is something that I'm realizing as I do it more. I'm like, damn, like this is honestly like useful information. Like I don't know. I just feel like there's not
absolutely.
I mean, obviously, unbeknownst to me, I mean, I'm sure a ton of people out there that are pursuing something similar to that or doing some sort of computer technically related shit. But I genuinely feel like that's the future. Like I feel like if you're gonna do something or if you're gonna invest or just like pursue, like I mean, a brother like myself isn't gonna do it because that shit's, I mean, I might, but that shit's kind of hard. I mean, and I know there's math, I think, a little bit involved with it, and
for sure,
I'm all right with math. But I'm not dynamics dominant.
Well, you don't have to do that. Yeah, I had to do calc 1 through 3, and then differential equations to get to this point where I can do it now. But like they just make a lot more money than civil engineers. Like the outlook is like my bosses who have like 10 to 15 years of experience will be making like what I would be making shortly after I graduate from college. Damn. So yeah. You know, it's not like I'm super passionate about either. So I'm like, I might as well take what makes more money. Are you more so just kind of
in it for the money?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah. And like I can do it. Like I know I'm capable of it already. So I'm like, I might as well. Like I'm not super passionate about either field. So anyways, past those finals. So freaking glad that's over. Now we have some mimosas to celebrate.
I love it. I'm going to need a refill. I need a refill for the next topic because that Josh Giddy stuff is insane.
That is okay.
You have you kind of seen or looked into it or kind of, you know what I mean? Like, do you have like a rough idea?
Yes, I do know what's going on through the grapevine.
So yeah, essentially for those who don't know, NBA star Oklahoma City guard Josh Giddy was or is now being investigated for having a relationship with an underage female. And a lot of photos surfaced on social media. The word spread like wildfire. And just recently, there was an interview on NBA TV, if I'm not mistaken. And they were talking to Adam Silver, who's the commissioner of the NBA. And, you know, people have been asking and wondering, even myself, because I was curious to know why he was still essentially able to play. And essentially the update is that what he said is that they've never really suspended any player just based on allegations, which, I mean, in my opinion, makes sense. They're just allegations, you know?
Right.
Kind of back to what we were saying a few podcasts ago too, like what happened to innocent until proven guilty, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with that being said, the video or the pictures and everything else that surfaced,
little incriminating,
not looking very good for him. But what they said was that apparently, whenever like the police really get involved with it, they take a back seat because it's not their place.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So now that the police are involved in investigating it, like I said, they're taking a back seat. So that's essentially why he's still able to play. But the update, mainly what I heard is that they said that the girl that is involved with it isn't wanting to like participate. Like she's not or cooperating.
What do you mean by like cooperate? Like, is she not speaking on the subject? Is she backing him? Like,
that's what I would imagine, because if you're not cooperating, that obviously means like, you know, they're asking her questions about, you know, the situation at hand, and they're either just not responding, just being silent. And and you know, we were talking about this beforehand, and you know, I'm sure like to an extent they might be like scared of like what could happen, or like, you know, the thing, or, you know, everything else under the sun. But what I think was interesting, and what you can kind of see in the pictures and everything, at least what I would imagine, is that it seemed like it was like consensual.
Right.
Like it didn't seem like it was like she was doing it like against her will or anything. Now, I don't know. Like it's still
obviously
developing. Yeah. Like there's still more to come, but I mean, you know, so.
As far as the enterprise goes, like the NBA, like I think that should continue to be like innocent until proven guilty. Now, granted, the world could know he did it, but it's up to the specific company or enterprise to be the one to say like, well, you're going to tank our stock if you continue on this path and you continue doing what you're doing, and we'll back you, you know, like if that company is okay with taking that hit, then like more power to them, you know, like I believe in like the justice system and innocent until proven guilty in that way. So I think that especially if they haven't done this in the past, like suspended people for allegations, I think he should continue to be able to play. That's
what I think too. I mean, until something actually comes out and he's actually like, you know, they actually say like, all right, yeah, like, you know, he did it. He's you know,
exactly.
There's definitely going to be a punishment. I mean, NBA doesn't take stuff like that lightly. And what I was going to say is that to that same token though, with the allegations and all that, now like if they're like, I think like under like murder investigation or like domestic or
Yeah,
Did I
guess that no.
You say you were looking at it.
No. Everybody prefers a different amount.
Prefers their pores.
Listen, everybody prefers a different amount of orange juice in their mimosas. Okay,
So that's what it was. Okay,
that was.
But yeah,
I like a whisper.
If it's like domestic or if it's like, depending on the drug, I think they're. I don't think they test for marijuana anymore. I actually think they don't endorse it, but like, they're not like,
See, that's a hard line to draw though. Like, where do you call it from like underage? I don't even know what his charges are, but where do you call it from like underage to then domestic violence to then like murder to like, how do you say like this is worse than this? Like, obviously as a person, but like, how do you call that in like an enterprise? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. If you're going to say one person is innocent until proven guilty, I feel like you should do that for everybody.
I mean, yeah, I only say that because, there's unfortunately a slew of NBA players that have been,
charged with domestic violence.
Yeah. And I think, literally actually to what you said, where do they draw the line? Because this is something that's serious. Well,
right. It is.
This is something that I looked up though, is that, I don't remember what state it was, but the legal age in OKC, if I'm not mistaken, is of consent is 16. And there's other states that still have that too, which I think that's fucking insane. Like,
literally.
I don't know about y'all.
That's crazy.
That's a little wild to me. So
you can't vote, but you can.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I can't. No. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of the thing too. With I think that kind of also plays a part into why he's still able to play, because if she's 16. I think he's now 21 if I'm not mistaken, if not 20, but he's young.
He's playing for the NBA at that age.
Oh yeah, our rookie Paolo Banchero plays for the Orlando Magic. He like just turned 21.
Wow,
I'm 24. That motherfucker would beat the fuck out of me. He is huge. Like holy shit.
That's crazy.
That motherfucker. Yeah.
So it's not like football where they play college and then they play for the NFL like when they're like graduated.
No, it's the same thing. Like it used to be if you were like really that friggin' nice, you could just go straight from high school to the NBA. But I think they kind of still do that with NCAA as well. I know the rules are changed and are a little bit looser, but essentially you have to go to college for at least 1 year, or you have to do like D1 or something like that, and then you can essentially go in. But, you have to be like raw as fuck to essentially
right.
And he's from Australia too, so I think obviously shit's different over there too. But if the chick winds up only being 16 and like she lives in OKC, then excuse me, like it's a little weird. It's a lot of weird, but
right.
Technically it's legal.
I don't know enough about legal stuff to know like if she doesn't press charges, like could he still get prosecuted? Like I don't know how that works, to be honest.
I wouldn't think so, right? If you're not pressing charges on something, like I feel like
you would think
it just kind of goes away. I kind of hate to kind of say it, but like
but in
maybe not go away like entirely, but it dies down.
I don't know. I've been like a 16-year-old girl once, and if like an NBA player who was like maybe 18 or 19, wanted to date me or whatever, I'd be like, okay. Maybe. If obviously he was a good person,
and that's kind of what we were talking about too. Because it's kind of a weird situation, but I don't know.
That is a weird situation. I feel like I don't know enough about it.
No, I don't know how they met. If I'm not mistaken, the chick is like a TikTok star. Like she's like an upcoming kind of TikTok star. She does shit on TikTok. So, I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation. There's, like I said, it's still a developing story. There's still a lot more to come out about it, but I just think it's
you want to hear a crazy story about TikTok?
Let's hear it.
Okay. Now that you brought it just came to my mind.
Don't make it ASMR.
No.
Do you want to hear a ghost story?
Okay. So me and my sister were going to Arizona last November.
Mm.
And we were at the airport waiting to board the flight. And this girl came up to us and she was like, hey, would you guys mind being in like my TikTok video? And we were like, okay. She just said like as backgrounds. And she was like, could you act like you're judging me? Could you could you just stand there and like,
can I act like?
Yeah. That's what she said. That's what she said.
I ain't gonna be acting. I'm gonna be real good.
That's what my sister said.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck.
Well, she didn't say that to her face, but anyway, so she was like, just like stay there making faces, like if you don't mind, obviously. And we were literally waiting to board the airport.
The airplane.
The airplane. Yes, the aeroplane. And anyway, so she records her video. She's like dancing, like she took her shoe and like threw it across the airport.
All right, wait, real quick. Hold on. Wait. So you guys were about to get on your plane. Like they're like, all right, we're calling blah, blah, blah. And you guys are standing.
I mean, but you know, you have to wait.
I mean,
I understand that, we're not paying for expensive tickets. We were like the last class that they're boarding.
Oh, that's even worse. Oh my dude.
I mean, we were sitting there waiting anyways.
Oh fuck, bro. Hell no.
So anyway, I don't want to say anything bad about her because of what I'm about to say.
No, we're not saying
she was nice. She was nice. So anyway, so she starts dancing. She took her shoe off and threw it across the airport, and she told us to do what she told us to do. So we just sat there like pretending to whisper to each other or whatever. So I get off the airplane. We were going to Arizona. I get off the airplane and like three of my friends that I don't really talk, like acquaintances that I don't really talk to. Yeah.
Okay.
I get off the plane and they're like, I saw you in her TikTok, like whatever. Like I didn't know who she was because you know I'm not on TikTok. And I don't know that I know who she was anyways. Yeah. But yeah, so we get off the plane and I see all these messages about like, is this you? Are you really in this TikTok? Like that's crazy.
Bro, no way. You went
I swear. I guess so.
Wait, did you watch
She didn't. Yeah, well, my friend sent it to me because they were like, "Is this you?"
Bro, we're popping that on the screen.
Anyways, you know what? It gets crazy. You might want to add some like music to this part. So apparently, her and her boyfriend are from Florida, and I think it's like New Smyrna or like Orlando, somewhere in between. Somewhere in between. Local. And so we met her and her boyfriend during that time because he was the one recording the video. And
God bless his heart. If you're watching this, dude, you're a good man.
A month later.
Oh no.
A month later.
The good man's not a good man.
Well, no, they were driving on I think it was 95.
Bro, no way.
And somebody hit them. It was her, him, and either his brother or his best friend. And only one of them survived.
God damn.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro. That's terrible.
I don't know it wasn't her, and I don't think it was him. I think it was the friend. He might have been the one. So either it was his girlfriend and his best friend, or it was like the best friend. Yeah, but
damn. Were they making a TikTok?
Rated.
If they were making a TikTok.
I don't know. I just saw it because I saw it at the time.
That's fucked, dude. Damn, that's crazy.
I saw like a news article and I was like, what the frick? I know her.
Survived?
Yeah. It was three of them. Three of them were in the vehicle and somebody hit them. And they all like flew off the interstate. And the guy who was driving the other vehicle jumped out of his car and like ran on foot. And they didn't find him immediately. I think they probably found him eventually because I mean it's your freaking car. You can't escape from that forever. But
was the guy drunk? Do you know?
I don't know. I would assume because it was. I remember it was late at night, early in the morning.
Damn, that sucks. What? That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Like we met her by chance. Like we never ever would have known who she was because neither me nor my sister are on TikTok like that. Like.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And you guys just happen to be there with them making a TikTok and then everyone's talking about it. And then you said a month later?
It was very, very shortly after. It could have been a little bit more than a month, but it wasn't far. It wasn't more than that. Yeah. Yeah, so.
Dude,
anyways.
Wow, that's insane.
I know. I just feel like, what the heck? Like, I don't know. It just feels weird.
Rest in peace, young soul.
Agreed.
That young, beautiful soul. Those souls.
She was beautiful. She was very
those
sweet
young,
to us.
Beautiful souls. Let me make it plural because they all.
Oh yeah, they were definitely under 20.
Dude, Jesus Christ.
They were probably adults because they were flying by themselves, but
wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, what were we talking about? We were talking about.
Well, I was gonna get it. Don't ask me to do your fucking TikToks, but now I'm reevaluating my life decisions. Holy dude.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
See, that goes to show, man. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know with the people that you meet.
You never know.
I mean, seriously. I mean, that's
even in your own life. Like, life is so short. Like, you just never know when something crazy could happen.
Life is crazy. Like, life is weird.
I saw this. Okay, you know and since we're on the topic, we're on the topic of like. Life be too
that's
short.
Dude, damn, I was not expecting you to say that though. Holy shit. That was definitely a curveball.
That's why it's crazy.
Fuck. I was ready to get into like, man, don't ever ask me. And now after that, I'm like, well, fuck. I mean, now,
well, please ask me.
now the next, if you do ask me to do a TikTok now, yes, I will do it. I will do it. I might charge you, but I'm gonna do it.
I know you're gonna be like, I remember this story one time.
I'd be like, I was on the TheOtownTalk. All
right, no, this one's actually crazy. I think this is actually this is a lot worse. Okay, so I mean, but I don't know these people. This is just a video I saw. And I don't know what country it was in. I don't think it was America because they weren't speaking English.
Something that they probably weren't doing. Remember you were saying I should be like a comedian?
Oh yeah.
I was like, hold on, let me get buckled in.
Oh.
They probably weren't buckled in.
All right, your hand motion.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. All right. So buckle in for this because this is viewer discretion advised.
Oh shit.
Well, listener discretion advised.
No, you had it right. I'm like, oh damn, you didn't say it for the last one. So this one's probably.
Okay, so it was a video I saw. So it was this driver. He was with his wife and like there was a kid in the back seat. And they were driving. It was a 2-lane highway. So one direction was going one way, one direction was going the other way. They were just driving and he had a dash cam for whatever reason. And there was a semi-truck coming like the opposite direction to them. And it was apparently a semi-truck carrying a load full of pavement bricks. You know, like, yeah. And one flew off the back of his truck, came through the windshield and...
Do you have anything like positive to say? Like,
yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. That just came to my mind when we thought. I remember I watched that video and I just like stood in my tracks for like 30 minutes. I could not move. I was like, what the frick? Life happens in a matter of seconds. Like anything could happen. Yeah. Anything could happen.
That's honestly
horrible. And you just like in the video you just hear him screaming. Like it's just horrible. Like he's like, my wife. Well, I don't think he was speaking English, but
holy shit. All right. Well.
Maybe we should cut that out. I don't know. I don't know.
We're gonna switch gears.
So we were gonna also talk about OnlyFans.
You
a little lighter.
The OnlyFans epidemic.
A little lighter.
Just like the TikTok epidemic.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we can touch on just like I don't know. Like I was telling you, like I'm all with this. I'm all with the female movement. I'm with y'all. I'm right there. I promise. I feel like just shit. Like man, let me bring you guys back to a simpler time. It was probably like 2011, 2012. Actually, let me not go back that far. Well, I was like 13, 14. When I was like in the teens, you know what I'm saying? It used to be a time when guys had to earn shit. You know what I mean? Like we had to put in work. Like, you know, it was long, tireless hours of just work. Blood, sweat, and tears.
I mean,
went into just getting a simple, like, you know, bra pick. You know what I'm saying?
If you think about it. If you think about it, you're still working for it. You're just working your job for it.
No, but it was free. No, that's what I'm saying. No. It was free.
But you're working. You're working this in a different way.
You felt like there was.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, like I get to see. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure there's others, obviously, respectfully.
Yeah, you know, I got that game.
I thought, you know what I'm saying? But I'm one of those few. And now, fucking just everyone's on fucking OnlyFans. I'm not necessarily like I'm not mad at it per se, but like you know what I mean? Like now I'm just like man. Like instead of just like, you know, getting it for free, now I gotta pay like, you know, I gotta pay $50. Like, you know what I mean? Like damn.
Yeah.
Like damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
Like there's nothing wrong with it. More power to y'all. But like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, like, man, it was just such a nice time. You know what I mean? That's why Snapchat was created. And now here we are. I'm friggin' every profile I go to, Linktree. I'm like, oh, what the fuck's in here? I know it's not what's the shit you guys used to use? I can't remember.
Kick?
No. It's like a photo thing or whatever. I don't remember, but I'd be seeing it and I'm like, damn.
I don't recall.
And I look at it, I'm like, all right, let's see. Not the OnlyFans, not the like I'll click the links. I'm like, all right, what they got in here, you know? Let's see.
Yeah.
Do they have
Curious.
it? And then of course, you know, it's like my exclusive content. And I'm like,
yeah.
Like there's nothing wrong with it, but I'm like, you know what I mean?
You know, there's certain situations where I support that, where it's like, if you're like a single mom or something and like maybe something devastating happened to you and you don't have a lot of time to get your shit together and you're trying to, you know, use it. I think it can be used as a way to get you to where you need to be. But I don't think it's like, in my personal opinion, you know, I support my friends or whoever or just women or men in general who want to do this like as their lifestyle. Like,
absolutely.
I have nothing bad to say about that. You know, like do what you have to do. But like for my personal opinion, which should not have any weight on you.
No, yeah.
You know, whatsoever. This 100%. Is just what I think. I think if you're using it for like a long-term thing and you're just not trying to like work hard to like show your value in society, that's when I personally feel like maybe that's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
And like there's so many young women out there who are obviously very beautiful, and that's why they're making a ton of money off this. But it's like,
but for those that aren't,
I mean, there's
I'm being honest.
I
know there's some OnlyFans girls out there, and respectfully, even some hot ones. Like, I'm sure there's even some hot ones that they're probably not making like that much money.
Yeah.
But they're probably making more than ugly chicks.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm just being honest.
It's a little side income.
I mean,
but it's like you said, like it should, I mean, not exactly like you said.
Us guys, we don't help.
Yeah. It's not like you're supporting a small business.
But not to cut you off, I think, because I don't know if this is where you're going with it, but this is what just came to mind. Like, what kind of messages that send to young girls? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, like
exactly.
Like, like you shouldn't have to. I mean, there's so many things that can be said about it, and like I understand, but like you know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
You don't like.
I know it's touchy.
Like,
it's like hard to kind of like say
I can
stuff
make an
about
OnlyFans, and no one like I mean, maybe people will want to see my third leg, but like I don't. I'm not joking, but it's a lot tougher like for a guy to do it, like you know what I mean, unless like,
for sure.
Like,
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I just don't think it's a good like I'd use it as like a quick cash grab, or like you said, like a little side income. Like,
right,
nothing wrong with that. I mean, shit, use it to your advantage, and I mean, that's kind of how I look at it.
I feel like that's a hard thing though, because like.
But like, get a job. No,
not to toot my own horn, but I feel like I could start an OnlyFans and I could make an okay living off that. You know, like I could probably maybe not have to work again if I worked at it. But like I don't want to do that. Like I want to use my brain and like my skills and like contribute to my society and like my community in that way. Like I want to, not that like my career is necessarily like, I don't know. I think civil engineering, for example, like I'm helping people like safety on the roadway. You know, like could have prevented that. Well, probably not, because I was a drunk driver. There's nothing I can do about that. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, using your skills and your brain and your personality and your talent and working hard to give back to like your society, your community, and
like showcase that you have more to offer than just like your body parts.
Yeah, like, yes, exactly. Because we're all given those, and some might look better than others, and that is what it is. But I don't know. I don't think you should use that for like your sole income. Or I mean your income period. Unless you're in a bind, or unless that's your like your prerogative, you're just really into that, then
which is nothing, and there's nothing wrong with that. Or if you're just making like, if you're making a lot of money off that shit, like I mean, fuck it. Like
I don't know.
And you don't even have to post like nudes on there too. Like that's the other thing. Like there's plenty
true.
You know what I mean? Like there's plenty of chicks out there that'll post like, oh yeah, this and that, and then if you buy it, and then it's like, oh, it's not really that. So
it's not what you think it is.
So I mean,
in that way, I mean, sure, do what you
consider that scamming? I would consider that scamming.
No,
you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, well, obviously, I mean, no. But like to an extent, like they're tiptoeing.
I hear what you're saying.
Like,
I hear what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Like at the end of the day, no, it's not, because yes, you're entitled to post and do what you want.
But
yes,
when it comes to that stuff, like
you know what I mean?
I feel like if you're gonna fall for that, like,
well, you have a point. You do have a point. You do,
because like there's those ads and stuff that are like lonely milfs in your area.
Bro, I have never once in my entire life.
Are you really gonna click on that?
I've never have, and that's why I'm like, bro, like, how do y'all like? First of all, I've heard through the grapevine that it doesn't fucking work, so I'm also not signing up for that reason. But like, I just don't. I could never do that shit. Now the single milfs in my area, I mean, we can have a conversation. I might make a profile. No, but I couldn't do that. But speaking of money, how about that? How much was it? 44 million?
Oh my God. What it was? Oh yes. Okay. Oh,
poor bastard that got that and then didn't cash it.
So
and you said it expired today, right?
No. Okay. So I thought it was today, but it's Monday. But I mean, they're not taking that.
Well, yeah.
All right. So Florida news. Somebody in the Central Florida area, I did find the address. It was the Noco on OBT, on North OBT.
There, like, home address. I was like, don't do that.
We don't know who they are. Nobody knows
I
who they
thought
are.
you did. I was like, you talking about address. I was like,
I got the inside, but not like
okay,
that.
I was gonna say.
Okay, so
Yeah, I was
Florida
like,
news.
I was so worried.
So somebody bought a lottery ticket back in June. I think it was June 10th. On the Sunoco on North OBT, and they won the $44 million lottery for Florida. However, lottery tickets have an expiration date, and this person has not cashed this lottery ticket.
That shit's insane. What if we find out tomorrow that they cash it?
I hope that, honestly, I would love that. I would love if they were just like waiting for the public to like be suspenseful.
Genuinely, real shit. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Oh, the first thing I would do?
No, like, I'm talking you do the fucking scratch or like whatever. The cashier's like, dude, look, girl, you won. And you're like, holy fuck! Like, what are you doing?
First,
because you don't have the money right then and there. So like, are you going and cashing it immediately? Or are you gonna do like? You're gonna wear like a costume so no one knows like your identity. Okay, so there's two. You can collect the lottery in two different forms. So you can get it all at once and you get half of it, and the other half goes to what else the lottery funds, like the Bright Future Scholarship, and they fund a couple other things. Fuck that! I want all that 44 million. Yeah, but to do that, you have to get it in increments. Every month you get like a certain amount of money. Yeah. That's right. So that's a scam too. Sorry. Honestly, I feel like that's a really good way to do it because most people who win the lottery go bankrupt within a couple years because they just go crazy. They just go crazy. This is true. I would much rather take the full payout just in increments because it's like it ensures you just don't go buy like a freaking Lamborghini or like a mansion in the Hamptons like on your first month and then there's all your money because it's a lot more expensive than you freaking think it is. So I mean, yeah, that is true. I would much rather do that. One, because you get all the money. Yeah, increments. Yeah. It's funny you ask this because I just did like my job does like a employee spotlight and like there's like a couple hundred employees there. So like once a month, they'll pick an employee to like ask questions to and like they picked me last month. And one of the questions was, what was the first thing you would do if you won the lottery? Are you serious? Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I know. That's why I was like, what the heck? Fucking ironic. I answered, definitely not quit my job. ... Oh my god. That's the first thing I would do. No, not the first thing. No, I would save up for a couple months with the money that I get and invest in property, like expensive property. And I mean from there figure it out. It's a fuck ton of money, right? Yeah, I wouldn't spend a lot of it on like just shits and giggles to begin with. Really? Yeah, I would definitely take it and invest it for the future because winning the lottery at your age, my age, like Nick's age, like Vince's age, we're all the same age basically. It wouldn't get you very far in life if you're not responsible about it. So if you can be responsible about it, it could set you up for the rest of your life. Touche. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously you have to be smart with your money because like you just said, I mean, people get all of that shit and then they just blow it. See, like a brother like myself, what I would do, I'd make a 5-leg parlay. I'd throw 43 million on it. That way I still have $1 million to, make my money back. Just it's gonna take a little while. Right. I can't disclose what teams I would take, what I would do, but no, check. I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't. I don't know what I would do. If I don't, yeah. I'd probably hire a team of lawyers, just probably first thing you should do. Just like this numbskull that hasn't cashed it in yet, who probably lost it. I'd probably lose that shit. I'd leave it in my jeans. I'd go and get pictured by myself at like my local bar and then just fucking wash it in the washing machine in my jeans and then I pull the washing machine, scratches it off. No way. I'm just like piecing it back together. That'd be my fucking luck. I highly, highly doubt this person's gonna cash in. Like if they haven't, they have till Monday. Literally tomorrow. Bailey, it's tomorrow. Imagine you get a winning lottery ticket for $44 fucking million and yo ass loses it. Do you know how close that Sunoco is to my house? Oh, that shit. Yeah, that's insane. That's like minutes. See, do you play the lottery? I have. I don't do it often. Please. We do like a pool whenever there's like a big Powerball thing. We do it at my work. We like all put $20 together or whatever and like we'll all play together. Oh, really? Yeah. Sounds like it's cute. A lot of rich motherfuckers. I do. I mean, they're not filthy, but see, there's one thing. Yeah, I sports gamble, but I do not do the fucking lottery. I like my odds against picking teams. Speaking of the lottery, do you want to hear about this thing called Meat Bingo? I'm so intrigued to know how this shit fucking works.
Okay.
So yes, I would love to know.
All right. I actually have some tea on this. Well, not really.
Some
Not really.
tea?
Not,
You damn near got like some broth.
That was a good one. Okay. So yesterday when I finished my final, I had a final on Saturday. Yes, I did.
Slay.
Well, not that they're gonna know what day we recorded this, but I did have a final on Saturday. Anyways, so my parents are a part of this like
meat bingo community.
it's like a thing. It's called a Moose Lodge.
Is it a cult or a cut? Sorry, that's one.
It's like a club. It's a club. There's a Moose Lodge. There's an Elk Lodge. There's like lodges where like you pay like a membership fee and like you get to go to this place and you play their games. The drinks are really cheap. The food's really cheap. I don't know. I did not know anything about it. And then one of my coworkers said her dad was like a member of the Elk Lodge and my parents are in the Moose Lodge. And I was like, oh, okay. So this is like a thing. Anyways, so. Do
they have like any like differences? Like does like that lodge mean like you're better than them?
I don't know. Maybe it's like a status thing.
Fucking assholes.
I'm not sure.
What do you guys say you guys are? Moose? And they're elk?
Yeah.
Bro, step y'all meat bingo.
Okay, so they play meat bingo. I went and played it. Yeah, I've played it before. It was a lot of fun. So it's bingo. You get like, you pick 3 cards off of a table, and it's like whatever. They're just like cards of a deck, and then there's a caller, and if he calls all like 3 of your cards, then you win like the shoot. And every round is like some cut of like meat. And so one time I played it's 10 rounds, and so I won. What did I win? I won 2 steaks, a pork chop, and a chicken breast. And let me tell you, it's not just stuff they go and like shoot in the range. Like they go and buy like from Publix or whatever. Like honestly, really? it was good meat. Like it was good freaking meat.
Pause, but that's crazy.
I will say this.
But it's like public. Like they just go to like Walmart and shit.
Yeah, I mean, because people pay like a membership fee. Like every round of bingo, you pay like $1 per card, so it's like $3 per person. There's maybe like
to get like a
30 people playing per round.
Lamb chop.
I haven't seen lamb chops there.
Man, see, like if it was more like unique, like
unique. They had some.
I mean, it's unique, but
they have a this round called Roadkill.
Is it boar's head?
I don't know. I don't see the packaging.
Coming from Publix, it better be fucking boar's head.
Honestly, it was good meat. But there's this round that I've been wanting to. So I went and played yesterday. I didn't win anything. But there's a round. It's like the breakfast round. And so you win 18 eggs and a pound of bacon.
God damn.
Right?
Damn.
Right? I'm like, that's a good round. I want
to start going to this. So literally it's all the same thing. It's the same rules and the same concept as bingo, just
instead of winning money or instead of winning whatever, you win meat. You win literal meat. It's like food.
How long has this meat like been there? Like
I think they buy it the day of. Because it starts at 1 and then you play the bingo. So I think they go to the grocery store in the morning and they buy the meat. Because
how long does it go for?
The game?
Yeah. Is the meat frozen?
Yeah, it is. So at the end, you every time you win a round, they give you like a ticket, like, oh, you won the breakfast, or you won the steak, or you won the pork chop, and then you take your card at the end, and they take you to the freezer, and then you get whatever you won.
Meat bingo.
Yeah, it's honestly a lot of fun. Like
I'm down to go.
I feel like it sounds super redneck, which I'm not super redneck, but like it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it.
Roll Tide.
Because I would honestly rather win like groceries than money. I've made so much food with that steak and that chicken. Like, come on now.
I'd rather win. Well, yeah, in today's time, yes, I would much rather win groceries.
It's like getting paid in beer. Like, come on. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And you can win free beer throughout the bingo. So.
Yeah, I definitely. Yeah, next time you go to meet bingo,
I'll hit you up.
Yeah,
I'll let you know.
I'm trying to go.
I'll let you know.
I'm trying to go.
So with that, play meet bingo with your family. You know, go grocery shopping, get them some meat, and play bingo, or go to the Moose Lodge.
Yeah. So with that being said, if you guys want to play meet bingo by yourself, family, or with us, go ahead, comment, let us know your address. We'll pull up with our own meat. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Hope you liked this episode. We got the next one dropping soon. Make sure you stay tuned. And we out. Fucking meat bingo. That's the most redneck Oh yeah, that's what I didn't say. That's the most white people shit I have ever heard in my entire life. Now we're
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Oh, that's what you meant by clap.
Yes.
Oh, when you said
Said it like 5 times.
oh no, well it's like no, it's funny because when you said that, I was like, oh, I thought you thought like we clap. Okay, so instead of doing that, we're gonna clean glasses. Okay, all right, hold on.
All right, all right.
We'll save that for like the end of the video.
Okay.
All right, so I can actually hold my microphone then. Okay.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.